Hi, I'm Leanne Levitt, and this is my informative speech. Disease. Scary word, I know. All afraid of it. But imagine being in the shoes of someone who constantly has to use insulin whenever they eat. Why would I, you ask? Well, you can learn the struggles and obstacles of said person. And insulin shots, trust me, they're not fun. Especially when you have to do it at least 10 times a day. Diabetes, one of many diseases that people fear. Really difficult to live with. And you might say, how would you know? Trust me, I've had it since I was 4 years old. Yeah, that's a long time. I'm 18. You can do the math. First, in this speech, I will be discussing how diabetes type 1 can severely damage your organs, discuss my father and I's stories with diabetes, and the statistics and percentages of people getting diagnosed with this disease. First off, I want to start off with what type 1 diabetes is. There's two types. Type 2 doesn't involve insulin shots. All you have to do is watch what you eat, take medication like pills, not insulin, and just exercise. There's not much to it. Type 1, what I have, you have to constantly give yourself in these insulin shots with the carbs of the food, which is the starches, like potatoes are high in carbs. Meats aren't high in carbs, so don't have to worry about that. That is why type 1 diabetes requires insulin, because your pancreas does not work. Your pancreas does not give off any insulin, but with type 2, it does give off a little bit of insulin. That's why you don't have to take insulin shots. Without doing so, any of that, without doing the medications, your organs could totally fail on you. And obviously, not a fun time. You could go into a coma, and many more. According to WebMD.com, last reviewed December 28th, 2019, if diabetes is not taken care of, your heart, your blood vessels, your eyes, kidneys, and nerves could fail. That is why type 1 diabetes needs as much care as possible. If you do not take care of it, those organs could just give out on you, and you wouldn't live that long if you didn't take care of it. Second point, everyone has their own stories, but my father and I have stories that could have hurt us or really just damaged our bodies completely. People have their own thoughts and guesses about type 1 diabetes, but are they actually accurate? After a live interview with my father, Vernon Levitt, he said to me that he got diagnosed at only 23 years old. He was in the army at the time, and he had to be on leave. He had to leave, because you can't be in the army with a disease. Which means he's had this disease for over 40 years. You can do the math on that. Him and I both have reactions to a high and low blood sugar. For me, I get really emotional. If I'm high or low, you don't want to be around me. I'm very emotional, very hungry, especially when I'm low. But my dad, he's irritable, has reactions, and just doesn't act like himself, and it's actually really bad, because if he's alone, then he can't control his body. So he could really hurt himself. People are different in their own ways, and we are exactly that. We are very different. Lastly, I want to talk about statistics with type 1 diabetes. People all around the world struggle with this disease every day, and it's really hard. What people don't understand is how much percentages go up every year, and how it affects everyone in this world. According to the World Health Organization, last edited June 8th, 2020, between 2000 and 2016, there was almost a 5% increase in premature mortality from diabetes. 5% is a lot. It is still rising each year, and there's no cure. So me and millions of people around the world are struggling every day with diabetes. It doesn't sound that hard, but it is. Drop everything up. We just learn what diabetes is like and how difficult it is. My own stories are hard. Your organs could just totally fail on you if not taken care of. And the stats and percentages are getting higher every year. So do you still need to ask me if it's still difficult to live with? People are scared of it, but you can still gain knowledge on it. Thank you.